All right, I think we're good. Welcome all. Come on in. Let me be sure. Got good lighting. Make sure everything's cool. All right, I think we're all right. Yeah, welcome. Come on in. So, this is the beginning of a full week of end of the year best, worst, which will culminate in the end of the year awards, of course. But one thing I want to start doing going forward is not talking about the negatives when it comes to the end of the year. When I do my end of the year awards, I don't want to talk about anything bad about wrestling. I want to talk about the best, the absolute best in wrestling, which is why your boy, Alyx Man, is opening his full week of end of the year discussions, broadcasts with the worst. So in this video, in this broadcast, however long it will be, I don't know, it will probably be a long one, but this entire broadcast is about the absolute worst in wrestling. The worst match, the worst female wrestler, the worst feud, the worst tag team, the worst segment, the worst promotion, all of that. Everything negative about wrestling is going to be done in this broadcast. And after this, possibly after this, I can't make no promises, but for the most part, I plan on not talking about anything else but the best. Starting Monday, I'll be talking about top 10 best female wrestlers, and then I'll go throughout the week talking about the top 10 best, and then I will culminate next Saturday with the end of the year awards. So I hope you guys tune into it. I hope to see you all there. But you are watching 2017's Worst of Wrestling. The absolute worst things to happen in wrestling. Everything that went wrong in this wrestling business for 2017. I'm going to talk about it all. Even the stuff that didn't win the awards. I want to discuss portions of all the bad things that I saw. But I'm using this award show as a platform to do it. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to go through categories, and I'm going to give you the winners, and then I'm going to go to the live chat, and hopefully you guys who are watching after the fact will give me your comments on the winner of the awards if you agree or disagree. But afterwards, I'll go to the live chat and get your opinion on what you guys said was the worst, if you agree or disagree. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be awesome. If this is the first time you're watching your boy, please subscribe, like the video, and share. And if you want to get more of your boy Alyx Man, you can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. If you want to help out, you can donate on PayPal or Patreon. Apparently, Patreon is good again. They recently made an announcement that they're not going to pull back fees, which worried me for a minute. So everything's good on Patreon. And if you want to really help out the brand, you can buy yourself a Alyx Man t-shirt right now at Pro Wrestling Tees. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. I hope you guys can hear me. I think everything's good. Hello, everybody. Got a lot of people here in the live chat. This is a good audience to have. So before I get started, let me just clear this up right now because someone already said it. Who is this? 9306? Believe it or not, Roman Reigns did not win any of the awards. Not a single one. Shocker. He was close to winning one award. It was going to be worst match of the year. He was close to winning that, but luckily for him, there were worse matches than what he had with Undertaker. I thought his match against Undertaker at WrestleMania 33 easily one of the worst main events in WrestleMania history. If there ever is a list of the worst main events in WrestleMania history, he will be on top of that list. But for this particular video, he was lucky he didn't get worst match of the year. Everything else, I mean, worst promo is a category. I think Roman Reigns did get better in terms of delivery on the microphone. I guess that's the best way he could improve, because what he says is not controlled by him. It's controlled by the WWE. So I can't really blame him for that. I couldn't give worst babyface to him either, because at this point, why even care? Why even care? Also, there are worse baby faces than Roman Reigns, and we already know who they are. Let me see. I think for the most part, yeah, I'm looking at the categories. Those were like the only two categories he could have won. Three, excuse me. Worst babyface, promoist, and worst match. Everything else, he was in the clear. He was going to be in the clear. So, yeah, no Roman Reigns. Shocker. I know. So all you Roman Reigns haters getting ready to, Alyx, man, I have caught you expressing your Roman Reigns hate once again. Yeah, none of that today. Sorry. It's all new. It's all new people. So, all right. Enough said. Let's begin. 2017's Worst of Wrestling. End of the Year Awards with the first category. And that is the worst headline of the year. So this is the category that talks about the worst news to ever take place in wrestling. We got a lot of crazy stuff happening. People leaving WWE left and right. How many people left WWE this year? Neville, Austin Aries, Emma, Darren Young, a few others. I can't even count on one hand how many people left this company. And it's funny to me because WWE is supposed to be the land of milk and honey, the place where the wrestlers go to after they spent years and years and years training on the indies. They spent their entire lives just to get to the WWE, only for them to realize this place isn't the land of milk and honey I thought it once was, and leave. Go back to the indies and have a better time. I can't even count on one hand. Summer Rae, thank you. How many people have left the WWE? Too many. The Paige scandal. Oh my God. Paige's career took a nosedive ever since her news leaked on the internet. She got suspended. Xavier Woods became more popular, at the expense of Paige, of course. The stuff with her and Del Rio having a dispute, all that craziness. Anthem, Impact Wrestling, GFW, Impact, TNA, Global Force, Total Nonstop Impact. I don't know what you want to call it. That goddamn owl was all up in the news with the Hardys, trying to keep the Hardys from using the broken gimmick, with them paying the audience to come to their shows. Oh my God, it's just a lot of craziness. So a lot of craziness going on right now when it comes to wrestling. Jimmy Jacobs being released, thank you so much. Him being released for taking a photo with the Bullet Club when they did the whole invasion, the Bullet Club invasion on Raw. Forgot the date. You might have to remind me of that sometime down below. Cease and desist. WWE making the Bullet Club no longer use 2 Sweet. They can only use 1 Sweet now. That's right. So many craziness. So many crazy stories to come out. However, the one I think 2017 will be most known for is the death of one of the greatest managers of all time. And we've been through of deaths when it comes to wrestling. To me, the most heartbreaking ones, it is the death of the legendary Bobby the Brain Heenan. I think Bobby the Brain Heenan's death marked a very, very depressing turning point in the world of wrestling. I remember first seeing Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary. It was WCW. I came into wrestling 1998, and by that time, Bobby was out of WWF and was working in WCW. And I kind of feel bad I didn't grow up with him. Going back and watching all these classic WWF 80s, shows and footages, and, seeing him work with Andre and, all these amazing, amazing talents, ravishing Rick Rude. I'd be here all day, having his own family, basically. And just seeing him be ahead of his time, both entertaining as a manager on the microphone, but also inside the ring. Very underrated inside the ring. He is definitely a gem that will be cherished for all years and all generations to come. It's going to be hard to forget about Bobby. And it's kind of sad when you hear how he died. The man, he had one of the best lives you can ever ask for. The fact that he lived as long as he did is a miracle. But it's sad to know that he's gone now. One of the most brilliant minds in wrestling passed away, and that, to me, that family deserves the award. That deserves the award for the most devastating news, the worst headline in 2017. So rest in peace, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Let's move on from that before it gets depressing in here. Live chat's all depressed. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Next category is the worst champion of the year. Why even waste your time? We already know who the worst champion of the year is. When you think about a champion that has, one, destroyed or killed the credibility of a championship, a champion that, as Shawn Michaels would say, was known for holding a belt that he had no business holding. A champion whose matches were forgettable to horrible, and a champion who really, at the end of the day, did nothing for anybody. Nothing. If anything, he made the business worse. He did. Ultimately, when I look at 2017, I will always question what the hell the WWE was thinking, making this guy the WWE champion. You already know who it is. The worst champion of 2017 is a modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. Oh yeah, you knew he was coming. You knew he had to be on this list. I cannot see how anybody in their right minds would make Jinder Mahal the worst champion of 2017. Get the hell out of here. You know what? And I'll be real with you. When he first won the belt, I personally was okay with it because at that time, one, Randy Orton was such a boring champion. I would have taken anybody. But at the same time, SmackDown was doing such a great job, was doing such an awesome job of establishing characters, of giving me a reason to care, telling good stories, because at the time it was being written by Ryan Ward, who was awesome as the head writer of SmackDown following the draft. But then a certain legend, quote unquote legend, got the position over Ryan Ward. He became the head writer. Oh, you didn't know? And then SmackDown plummeted in terms of quality, in terms of attendance, in terms of everything. And as a result, we got one of the worst championship runs with one of the most, I'm sorry, I hate to say, I think Jinder Mahal as a person is a cool guy, but I think he has to be one of the worst champions in WWE history. I don't even understand why they gave him the belt. Makes no sense. He came in as a jobber, has one of the worst records ever. He wins a couple of matches, and now he's in line to go for the championship. Then he wins it off of Randy Orton, goes on a series of one of the worst matches any champion can have with Orton in a Punjabi prison match, and then Shinsuke. His matches with Shinsuke sucked. Don't get me started on his promos against Shinsuke. Horrible. If you can't have a good match with Shinsuke Nakamura, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong. Then to cap it off, just when Jinder Mahal was going to fight Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, because remember, that was going to be a match that happened. Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar was going to happen. But before that happened, WWE came to their senses. They put the belt on AJ Styles. Hallelujah. Did AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. And then after Jinder Mahal lost the belt, he went into the India tour to fight Triple H and lose in his home country. Well, it's not his home country. We know that the character Jinder Mahal is from India, but the guy playing him is from Canada. We know. But regardless, this was his home turf. Kayfabe-wise, this was his home turf, and Triple H beat him clean in the main event. What was the point of having him go 6 months? Oh, hold on for a minute. Let me tell you this tidbit. This just came out today. Triple H did an interview. I forgot who it was by. I forgot where it was on. You got to look it up. But he did a recent interview where he talked about why he beat Jinder Mahal. And check this out. Triple H said, the reason why I beat Jinder Mahal is because, well, he's really not ready for the main event. In his own words, and I'm paraphrasing, he said that Jinder is still growing. He's over, but he's not over to the level of a main event player. So why would he beat someone like me who's been around the business for years? To which I said, you're right, but why the hell, if you knew he wasn't main event material, would you give him a 6-month championship run? That stuff irritates the hell out of me. It's dumb. They knew this guy wasn't ready to be champion, and they gave him the belt anyways. So, without question, the absolute worst champion. The absolute worst champion in 2017, perhaps in WWE history. I don't ever in my life want to remember Jinder Mahal as WWE champion. I don't want to recall it. I want to forget it never happened. Let me fix my camera real quick. Because Jesus Lord. But after Triple H said that, after the game came out and just said he wasn't main event material, it just solidified what I was thinking. He should have never won that belt. And I feel stupid for giving him a chance. So whatever. Let's move on. Worst champion, Jinder Mahal. Absolutely. Oh my God. The next award is the worst segment of 2017. You know what? Maybe I should just give this to Stephanie McMahon. No, I'm not going to do that. Although Stephanie deserves to have worst segment of the year. Her segments are awful. And the horrible thing about Stephanie nowadays, back then when she was, you know, Triple H's spoiled brat wife, she got her comeuppance. Yes, she would be a bitchy heel and she would get people to hate her. But at the end of the day, she would always get what was coming to her. Always. Whether it was a rock bottom, whether it was Trish Stratus beating her up, whether it was whatever it was they did to her to make her pay for all the stuff that she did. She was getting her comeuppance. Her heat led to something. She would win the women's championship so she can put over Lita. Okay. Nowadays, Stephanie, her heat goes nowhere. And the more heat she garners, it stays with her. And she's garnered so much heat to where I don't want to see her anymore because nothing happens to her unless she gets speared by Roman Reigns. And the only time something happens to her is at WrestleMania. And it happens to certain people. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, whatever. It's dumb. It's dumb. But she didn't win the award. I would give it to her, but she didn't win it. There are so many bad segments. Oh my God. Live chat. Come to me, man. Give me some ideas. See, they're already guessing what the winner of this award is. Jason Jordan's segments are awful. The stuff with him and Kurt. Oh my God. Come on, Dad. Come on. I can wrestle, man. My knee hurts, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dumpster truck Strowman. Yes. Braun Strowman coming out of a dumpster truck was awful. I don't care what anybody says. That was so dumb. It was dumb. Don't even get me started on that. The stuff with Jinder Mahal making fun of Nakamura for him being from Japan, that stuff was horrible too. Oh, easily one of the worst segments. Kalisto's promos, don't get me started on that. We'll talk about him in a second. Yeah, just a lot of bad segments, but we all know what the worst segment of the year goes to. They're already saying it. You guys are already saying it. You already know where this is going. This segment was so bad. It took who I felt was, if not the top babyface in the company, one of the top babyfaces in the company, and completely killed all of her work in one segment. This Is Your Life, Bayley gets my award for worst segment of the year. And I feel so bad for Bayley. Even now, at the end of the year, I have to question what was the point of anything they did with Bayley. They clearly sabotaged her. It had to have been a sabotage. It might not have been an intentional sabotage, but you can't sit here and tell me that they didn't kill Bayley's momentum. This woman was, if not the top babyface, one of the top babyfaces in wrestling last year. Just last year, Bayley was one of the top babyfaces in wrestling on NXT. Then she came up to the main roster and they did nothing with her. And then all of a sudden she wins the women's championship with the help of Sasha Banks. What the heck? I'll get to, you know what? No. We'll get to more of this in a second. Let's talk about this segment. Let's talk about Alexa Bliss and Bayley. This feud that we got. Oh my God. So Bayley loses the belt unceremoniously to Alexa Bliss. Just out of nowhere. And then don't even ask me when this segment premiered. I don't want to look it up. It happened sometime in May, I think. Alexa Bliss says she's going to do this segment, and then she comes out. And we see this big table of everything relating to Bayley. And then Alexa Bliss. And Alexa is one of the best promoists in terms of the female roster they have. And she's usually really good at carrying a segment by herself. This woman tried so hard to make this work. She's going across the table, picking up dolls and items that were special to Bayley, talking about how she was never kissed or she never kissed anybody in high school. And then she brought out Bayley's boyfriend, quote unquote boyfriend, and her best friend from high school. And then they talk about how pathetic and worthless Bayley was. And then they start kissing. It was so bad. It was so bad. The writing was awful. And then what makes it worse is that Bayley waits until all of this happens to finally come out, and then she gets attacked by Alexa Bliss. And since then, since that segment, Bayley's reactions have been dead. They have been non-existent. Not to mention, she would go on to the next pay-per-view and lose clean to Alexa Bliss. Extreme Rules. It was Extreme Rules. She would go on to fight Alexa Bliss. And by the way, it was a kendo stick on a pole match. A match where the kendo stick was illegal. She went into the match with this storyline that she didn't want to be too violent, that she didn't want to compromise her morals because she's a good person, and she couldn't use the kendo stick. To which I said, wait a minute, but the kendo stick is legal. It's okay. The kendo stick is legal. I would understand not using the kendo stick in a regular match because you get disqualified. I got that. But the kendo stick is legal. Bayley grabs the kendo stick in the match and then hesitates and hesitates and hesitates and hesitates and hesitates and never uses the kendo stick. And then Alexa Bliss just beats her in one of the worst matches I've seen this year. It is one of the worst matches I've seen. It was horrible, horrible, horrible match. And it killed Bayley. This segment and this feud killed Bayley. And to me, we can look at all these segments that WWE has done, and they've been horrible. There have been some terrible segments from Sister Abigail. We'll get to that in just a second. We're going to talk about all of it, I promise. But we've seen so many horrible segments. But there hasn't been one that literally killed a career like this one. So to me, without question, the worst segment of 2017 has to be this. And going to the live chat, let me read what you guys are saying here. Adam Phillips says Miz and the Ball family should have been a contender. Yeah, that segment was bad. I forgot about that segment. That was a horrible segment. But for me, that segment was just what it is. It was bad, but it was in a vacuum. It didn't kill the Miz's career. It didn't hurt anything. It was just a bad segment. Bayley's segment with Alexa Bliss killed Bayley. It killed her momentum, and she still hasn't recovered from it. She might have a little bit, but people still remember that segment. It's at this point the albatross that's dragged her career under the water. And it's sad. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, cringe. I agree. The segment was absolute cringe. Let's see here. Bayley barely gets a reaction anymore. I agree, man. I agree. She hasn't come back from that either, if you really look at it. She might not ever come back. They might have to change her character up altogether. It is heartbreaking. I agree, Devin White. It is heartbreaking. Oh man. All right. Let's go ahead and go on. Let's go ahead and go on. By the way, those of you asking, this is Oakland Raiders. This is an Oakland Raiders football t-shirt or jersey, by the way, because I see a lot of people asking, what jersey are you wearing? Oakland Raiders, if you must know. Let's move on. Next award. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one. The worst promotion, the worst wrestling promotion of the year. Now, I could give this to WWE because this has not been the best year for WWE. Let's be real. However, the thing about WWE, for every bad thing they've given us a lot of bad things. They somehow managed to, in a sense, counteract all those bad things with some awesome stuff. So it makes the bad stuff easy to deal with when it comes to WWE. Whether that's NXT, whether that's Braun Strowman, whether that's AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, whatever. They've done some awesome stuff this year that have made the bad things they've given us tolerable, for the most part. But this promotion that won the award, no redeeming qualities whatsoever. None whatsoever. The good stuff that, whatever it was that I haven't seen, doesn't even make up for how horrible this promotion is. And I'm at the point where it might be better off just dying off so the wrestling business can be better. We all know what that promotion is. The winner of the worst promotion in 2017 goes to Anthem's Impact Wrestling, or GFW, or Impact, or Global Nonstop Impact, or that goddamn out. I'm just joking. Yeah, it's the worst promotion. This has to be the most embarrassing wrestling company, period. Now, we all kind of figured that when Dixie Carter left, that it was going to be all downhill from there. However, I don't think we all thought it would get this bad. The fact that this promotion insults the audience's intelligence more so than WWE, honestly. It is so bad that how can anybody watch it? This is how anybody can watch this. And this company also tends to screw over people, in case you haven't figured it out. They went on this long legal battle of keeping the Hardy Boys from using the broken gimmick in WWE because Because they're jerks. Because, oh, we created it so you can't use it. It's so bad. It's so poor. And it gave them a bad reputation. And it's to the point now where, like WWE at some points, why would anybody want to work there? Oh, that's right. They don't. How many people left? How many people have left Impact Wrestling? Actually, let me pull up this list. There was a list online that gave us a list of all the people who left Impact Wrestling throughout the entire year. So let me see if I can pull this up. But yeah, Ed Norham, I don't know how you say his last name. I'm gonna go with Norham. Has to be one of the worst head figures to ever run this company. He might even be worse than Dixie Carter. After all the TV time, the effort the Hardys have given to them, for them to screw them over like they did was so bad. Don't get me started on them paying fans to come to their shows. Do not get me started on that, because that is beyond embarrassing. Beyond. Okay, I can't seem to find this list. It's here somewhere. I'm gonna find it, dagnabbit. I think it was James Storm. He was one of them. I know that for sure. James Storm, Angelina Love, so many others. You name it. I hear EC3 and Bobby Lashley are getting ready to leave. I don't even know why. Johnny Mundo, John Morrison, Johnny Impact, and Taya. I don't even know why they went over there, but do what you need to do. Make your money. I get it. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. If someone can find me a list of all the people that left, that would be really, really cool. Because it's here somewhere. It's hidden through all this craziness. But yeah, man. Company's struggling. I'm hearing they're still not paying their wrestlers. I get that we need as many promotions as we can to give all these people a platform to perform. Thank you, Rockstar Spud, Damian Sandow, Davey Richards. Thank you so much. Keep going. Eric Young. I mean, yeah, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, they all left in 2014. I'm talking about here in 2017. Here in 2017. Crazy Steve, thank you. Hardys. Guess where they went? Yeah, so many people at TNA, Impact Wrestling. I don't care what you call it anymore. I'm kind of shocked that this company is still running. But look, I understand that we still need as many wrestling promotions in the world, but why this one? Why Impact Wrestling? It's a terrible company. It does nothing for anybody. So, in my opinion, I think the business will be better if Impact Wrestling just stop existing. Period. Let's see how many people I upset by saying that. All right, moving on. Next award is Promoist. Worst Promoist of the year. Oh, who should I give this one to? I was really close, this close to giving it to Jason Jordan. I was. This angle with him and Kurt, the stuff with him being Kurt Angle's son, it has, in my opinion, it might have, I don't think it has killed it completely, but his momentum that he had with the American Alpha tag team when he was with Chad Gable, it's gone. It made me consider if he was even ready for the main roster. Maybe he should go back to NXT. You know, I was thinking that to myself. Because anytime Jason Jordan was inside the ring, he was cool. The moment you put a microphone in his head, it was god awful. It was horrible. It was doo-doo. What saved him, honestly, was this current angle where they're turning him heel. So, to me, it's kind of hard to give him crap now when they're actually making use of all the segments. They're still terrible promos. He's still horrible at delivering the promos. At the same time, can I be real? When you're scripted, when you have written promos, it's not coming from you. It's coming from people that write what you have to say. It's kind of hard to cut a good promo. Matter of fact, I might just give this award to everybody in the main roster, because how can anybody be a good promo? Put on a good promo, cut a good promo, be a good promoist in WWE when you're not really cutting a promo. You're reciting words off of paper. So in that instance, maybe the main roster deserves this award. But no, Tamina, don't get me started. Don't get me started on Tamina. My God. Oh my God. It's so bad when she cuts a promo, because anytime she's done, it's just silence. Like, it's just crickets when she's done. She gets no reaction. Nah, I'm sorry. Despite how bad Tamina, despite how bad Jason Jordan was, there's only one person who deserves this award. Lucha Things. Lucha, Lucha, Lucha. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, you know who it is. The winner of this award is Kalisto. Kalisto, I don't know where to start with how bad this guy is. It's one thing to botch your lines, but it's another thing when you're the Cruiserweight champion and you're talking about your championship match coming up, and you tell your opponent, I'm going to beat you and be the new Cruiserweight champion, when you're already the Cruiserweight champion. It takes a very special kind of someone to screw up that badly. And then there was that promo after he was drafted on the shakeup. That was even worse. Oh my God. This guy's horrible. I'm sorry. He's horrible on the microphone. It's disgustingly bad. It's embarrassingly bad. I'm at the point where it's like, you know what? Don't let him talk ever again. Phone away from Kalisto. Actually, maybe once in a while I'll give it to him because I need to laugh. But if you ever want to take him seriously, you want the fans to take him seriously, do not ever give him the microphone ever again. Ever again. Because he's horrible. He needs some work. I'm sorry, Kalisto. You're a great wrestler. You are. You're an amazing talent in terms of in-ring performance. But the moment you touch a microphone, dude, it all dies. So do yourself a favor, stay away from the microphone. Stay away from the microphone when you're scripted to say something, because you reciting lines does not work. It does not work, man. It's horrible. It's absolutely garbage. How bad his promos are. Is it all his fault? No, because he's being told to say certain stuff. He just can't do it. He's not very good at delivering scripted promos. He's not. Is that his fault? I don't know. But to me, I don't think it is. Maybe if you didn't script him to say certain things, he can say it in his own language, his own way. But whatever. Not a good promo. Sorry, Kalisto. You get worst promos of the year. Absolutely. All right, moving on. Worst show of the year. My God. I don't know what else I can say about this. We all know what the worst show of the year is. I'm just going to call it out. Worst show of the year goes to Battleground 2017. Get the hell out of here with that. This show sucked. It sucked. Major boo-boo, man. I can't sit here and tell you how awful this show was. It's so bad. It's so bad. I remember WWE coming up, I think it was Raw, either Raw or SmackDown. But they did this advertisement where they actually advertised a replay of Battleground. And it trended on Twitter for being bad. This show was so bad, it got Fire Road Dog trending on Twitter. This show was so bad, it had AJ Styles and Kevin Owens wrestling, and their match sucked. This show was so freaking bad, Great Khali came back to help out Jinder Mahal. And people started leaving during the main event because they couldn't see it. It was inside the Punjabi prison. That show sucked. It was garbage. I don't even remember the card. You know what? Let's do this. Let's pull up the card. Let's pull up Battleground 2017 so I can remember how crazy and terrible this freaking show was. Here we go. Battleground 2017. Oh my God, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why are you torturing yourself, Alyx, man? I do it for the fans. I do it for y'all. Y'all better be watching this. I better have 300 likes by the time. I'm just joking. You don't have to give me 200 likes. But y'all better be enjoying this. I better not be torturing myself for nothing. Okay, here's the card here. Wait. New Day versus Usos was happening. Oh, it's the pre-show. That's right. Okay. Yeah, Usos and New Day were on the pre-show. What? Usos and New Day had a pre-show match. What is wrong with these idiots? It was also Aiden English and Ty Dillinger. But honestly, that was the best match on the show. New Day and the Usos. Wait, okay, never mind. No, this isn't the pre-show. That was SummerSlam. This actually happened on the card. Okay. Yeah, this actually happened on the card, I think. All right, regardless, that was the first match they had on the show. Everything from the beginning to the end was downhill from there. It was downhill from there. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. One of the most forgettable, boring matches I remember. That match sucked. It wasn't a good look for Nakamura. Nakamura, oh my God. Oh man, they didn't do him right, man. They didn't do him right at all. But yeah, he beat Baron Corbin. That match sucked. Oh yeah, Natalya won the women's championship on this show. Remember that? She won the women's championship. She beat Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Lana, and Tamina. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Kevin Owens beat AJ Styles in a very bad match. That ending where he pinned AJ Styles was so screwy. It was so bad. I didn't get it. Oh my God. Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. What were we thinking? Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. What? That should have been on the pre-show. Flag match, John Cena versus Rusev. We brought Rusev back as a heel, by the way, anti-American, because we didn't have enough of those, because we're idiots. We brought him back as an anti-heel, anti-American heel, and then he fought John Cena in a flag match because America. Oh my God. Okay, what's going on? Oh, okay, so Natalya became the number. Oh, wait, so she did win the championship here. She won the championship at SummerSlam, and she won the. What was the point of the match then? It was number one contender. Okay, guys, I don't even remember what happened on the show that much. That's why I completely forgot about the show. Again, I don't care. Yeah, Natalya won the number one contendership on this show to fight Naomi. Was it? Who was the champion? Was it Naomi? I'm going to say it was Naomi. She beat whoever was the champion at that time. It was Naomi. She beat her at SummerSlam. Thank you. She beat Natalya. Natalya beat Naomi for the championship at SummerSlam after winning this match. But yeah, Rusev, who never got his world championship match, who apparently was going to get it. By the way, in case you guys don't remember, Rusev was supposed to get the championship run that Jinder Mahal got. I just want to put that out there. But what did we do with him? We brought him back so he can lose to John Cena in a flag match. Because screw Rusev. And then the main event was the classic Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match, where half the time you couldn't see what was going on. The crowd was dead. I don't even remember what happened in the match. And then the Great Khali came out and helped Jinder Mahal beat Randy Orton. Screw this show. Screw this show. Road Dogg, why are you hired? Why are you head writer right now? We still got freaking Clash of Champions coming up, right? Yeah, okay, whatever. Clash of Champions coming up. I don't think it'll be as bad as this show, but Jesus. Lord have mercy, what a terrible show. Let's all pretend that show never existed. And yes, that was the same month as Great Balls of Fire, which was actually a decent show. Horrible name. Horrible name. But a decent show regardless. Next award goes to Worst Booked Wrestler of the Year. Okay, this one's definitely going to the entire roster. Every wrestler in WWE, on WWE's main roster, to be exact, gets this award. Everybody's been booked poorly. Everybody sucked. Everybody at some point in WWE was stale, was directionless, cut a bad promo, looked bad because of whatever segment, whatever promo, whatever match they were in. Everybody in WWE has been booked horribly. But in terms of who was booked the worst out of everybody, we got a couple. Bray Wyatt was really close to winning this. You go from being WWE champion to losing the belt at WrestleMania to Randy Orton to that horrible what was the match called where they fought inside that house? House of Horrors, thank you. House of Horrors match. And then he went into that feud with Seth Rollins. Some of you don't even remember that feud exactly. And then he fought Finn Balor. Oh my God. And then he tried to bring in Sister Abigail with him dressed as Sister Abigail. The only thing that somewhat saved him, was this feud with Matt Hardy at the end. The stuff he's doing with Matt Hardy saved him from getting this award. He better be proud that saved him. Because he was going to get it. He was going to get this award. He was really close to getting it. But he didn't get it. Finn Balor had a bad year too. Ever since he came back from that injury, they have not booked him well at all. They booked him so poorly that Vince McMahon didn't think he was over enough to fight Brock Lesnar. And that was the plan. He was going to fight Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. And they had the storyline set up for it. You never got his rematch for the Universal Championship, and he was supposed to get that rematch against Brock Lesnar. Yes, he was going to lose. Who cares? The whole idea was to help him look on the same level as Brock Lesnar, but how can you do that when he's been booked poorly? To lose. You know, lost to Kane. Clean. Did nothing with his feud with Bray Wyatt. It was bad. So many horribly booked people. I can be here all day. But to me, when I think about someone who, once again, was killed in terms of the booking, someone whose character, whose momentum, whose career came to an abrupt halt, there's only one person that deserves this award. We all know who it is. Bayley. Bayley, to me, is the worst booked wrestler of 2017. Without question. You cannot tell me everything they did with this girl does not fit this award. You brought her in. She wins the championship randomly on Raw with the help of Sasha Banks. I want to repeat that. She wins the championship with the help of Sasha Banks. Bayley is a babyface. She had Sasha Banks help to beat Charlotte. And then I think she retained it because of Sasha. So Bayley can't win a match clean with the belt. Look, she won one match clean as the champion. That was at WrestleMania. Okay, so she can't win the match clean with the belt. And then the next time she has to defend the belt without any help, she loses to Alexa Bliss. All right, so she's a weak champion. Thank you. Then when she loses the belt, the next night on Raw, she's pouting and crying. I want my belt back. I want my belt back. And then we go into This Is Your Life, Bayley. I already talked about that. The worst segment ever in WWE 2017. One of the worst segments, period. I mean, even they said that. It was one of the worst segments in Raw history. And then Bayley goes on to lose to Alexa Bliss in a candlestick on a pole match where the candlestick was legal. It was legal. And she couldn't use it. I don't know why. Because white wall. That's why. White wall as in the white. Come on. See that wall? It's white. That's why. That's why. I don't know what else to tell you. White wall. Hashtag white wall. But yeah, it is so bad what they did to Bayley. The very next night, sometime after that, she got hurt. I don't know when she got hurt, but she got hurt. She got injured. Then she comes out to tell the world she's going to be gone because of her injury, and the crowd boos her. The top babyface in wrestling, at one point in time, the top babyface in wrestling was so poorly booked that the crowd turned on her. Poor Bayley. Poor Bayley. It angers me. It does as a wrestling fan. It angers me because Bayley doesn't deserve this. She shouldn't have this award. She should be far away from it. She doesn't deserve this. She's not a bad person. She's a good talent. She's a great wrestler. Her and Sasha Banks, Brooklyn, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2015, set in motion what would be known as the Women's Revolution. These two did such an awesome job in their roles on NXT, whatever you want to say. They set in motion the death of divas and the rebirth of women's wrestling. There is no reason why WWE should have booked her this poorly, other than to sabotage her. Whether it was intentionally or not, they sabotaged Bayley, and as a wrestling fan, I'm pissed off because that shouldn't happen to her. And I don't know what to do. I don't know where she can go with this. Can she recover? She hasn't. Will she recover? She hasn't. I don't know. 2018 is a new year. Maybe she'll be able to pull it together. I don't trust them to use her right. I fear for Bayley. I feel for her. I feel for her, and I fear for her. It's sad. It makes no sense. And quite frankly, I want to move on. Let's move on from this because this is horrible. Give me your thoughts. So let me get some thoughts in the live chat. I need to take a break because, man, got all fired up over this. Yeah, sad faces. Lots and lots and lots of sad faces. I agree. Poor Bayley. Sasha Banks has been watered down too. I agree, but Sasha Banks hasn't been poorly booked. At least she won. Although she won the championship and lost it in the week. I don't know about that. Yep, Bayley's character is dead. I agree, Ajax 25. Poor Bayley. Yeah, Devin, I agree with you. Eric Gonzalez, you're making me cry, man. That's my girl. It's my girl. Bayley was our girl. She was our girl, and they screwed her up. You screwed up Bayley. Why? It's bad. It's really, really bad. Isaiah, after this, I'm going to go watch Bayley versus Sasha Banks in NXT TakeOver. Watch the Brooklyn and Respect match. Both of their matches are amazing. I might join you. I might have to go back and watch it too because I have to remind myself why I love Bayley. Oh my God. So bad. So bad. The Club of the Man, 1993. Bayley has been booked on the roster as a child who doesn't know when to be serious. Yeah, that's about accurate, and that's pretty bad. So bad. Nick Philippines? I can't pronounce your last name. Nick. She was one of the best in NXT. Big fan. Now I don't care about her anymore because of the awful booking. So sad. Everybody basically agrees with you on that, man. It's horrible. It's so bad. And yeah, I agree with that statement. She should go back to NXT. Maybe Triple H should just grab everybody on the main roster who came from NXT and pull them back. That's Finn Balor, that's Samoa Joe, that's Bayley, that's Charlotte, that's Sasha, that's Becky. Let's get freaking Lucha Dragons. Let's bring them back. Kalisto and Sin Cara. Let's get the Ascension. Definitely bring them back. Let's get you name it. Kevin Owens. Let's get Sami Zayn. Let's get Nakamura. Let's get Bobby Roode. Let's get Ty Dillinger. Let's bring them all back. Let's bring them all back and start a new brand. Man, whatever, man. Shoot, so angry right now. Can't believe they did that to Bayley. Revival too. Bring the revival. Bring back American Alpha. Bring back Big Cass and Enzo. Bring them all back. Bring them all back, man. They can keep Roman. They can keep Seth. They can keep Dean. I don't care. But bring back those people. Shoot. Bo Dallas. Yes. Believe. Bring him back. I miss Bo Dallas. I miss that heel character. He was awesome. And they killed it because he was getting over. Like they killed Bad News Barrett. Damn. So bad. Asuka. Bring her back. Yes, ma'am. Bring them all back. Bring back Dana Brooke. I don't care. Bring them back. All right. Come on. Let's get this out the way. Moving on. Worst tag team of the year. I was going to give this to the Ascension. The Ascension, the Colognes, or the Shining Stars, because they haven't really done much. They don't really stand out. They don't really add much to the show. In my opinion, you would think they would get worst tag team of the year. But when I went back through WWE and I looked up the tag teams, there was one tag team that popped up that I think we all forgot about that definitely should get this award. It's the Golden Truth. Yeah, screw this tag team. It makes no sense. Nobody wanted this tag team. Nobody felt this tag team should be together. Nobody called for it. They done some dumb segments. Their segments are horrible. And what did it lead to? What did all this lead to? Great promos by Goldust, but their match, what? Didn't it happen on like a pre-show? Did it happen on a pre-show or did it happen on Raw? Or did it happen on both? I don't even remember them having a match. With the tag team, like, I remember this one segment where R-Truth was backstage talking about Pokemon Go. I was like, oh my God. And then I think he ran to the ring. I think he ran to the ring and interfered in the match. Oh my God. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I love the live chat. Oh my God, I forgot about them. Maybe you forgot about them because they were so bad that your mind, for your sake, erased them from your memory because it traumatized you. Maybe that's why you forgot about them. Yeah, horrible. Horrible. Oh my God. I want to get off of them. I don't ever want to see this tag team again. Why did Goldust team up with him? Nobody wanted this. I remember the segments. They did build-up segments to this. Where R-Truth wanted to make a tag team with Goldust, and Goldust turned them down. Then Goldust wanted to do an R-Truth tag team, and R-Truth turned them down, and nobody wanted it. And then they did a tag team, and then they did nothing. A complete waste of time. So yes, worst tag team of the year. Let's move on, because the hell? That makes no sense. Golden Truth. Okay. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. The worst heel of 2017. A heel that should be a babyface. See, you can really give this to all the heels. Because all the heels feel like baby faces. Cesaro was close to getting this because nobody hated Cesaro. Nobody hates Cesaro. How can anyone hate Cesaro? He's awesome. Don't even know why we turned him heel. We turned him heel because he was getting over with the audience. I know. But it made no sense. Sasha Banks easily could have got this award. Wait. No, not Sasha. Sorry. Not Sasha Banks. She's not even a heel. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry, I think I spoiled the next award. Spoiler alert. You know who got the next one. Honestly, I'm trying to think of other people. Yes, Roman Reigns. Okay. Bray Wyatt, calm down. Bray Wyatt. Yeah, Bray Wyatt, absolutely. I do think Bray Wyatt could have got this award too. But we all know who deserves this award. We all know the heel who could have easily been a babyface. And I'm going to do my job to live up to the reputation, to the standard that Aiden English set for this guy. The winner of heel who should go babyface in 2018 is It's a Rusev Day. It's a Rusev Day. Come on now. Come on. The moment Rusev came back, he got a pop. He got a pop because people miss Rusev. And then they turned him heel, made him anti-American, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. Now, all of a sudden, they get him away from that. They get him away from the anti-American shtick, and they give him Rusev Day. And he's getting over. He's getting over. He's getting over because he's entertaining. The fans want to cheer Rusev. They love Rusev. I love Rusev. I want to get behind Rusev. I want to buy a Rusev t-shirt because Rusev is a good wrestler, a good performer, and he's funny. He's entertaining. And at the end of the day, that is his job, to be entertaining. Entertaining. And apparently he's not good enough. I don't understand at any time why WWE would choose Jinder Mahal over Rusev. Once again, Rusev was supposed to get that 6-month championship run that Jinder Mahal got. It was supposed to go to Rusev before Road Dogg came in and changed everything. It went to Jinder Mahal because his character is from India, and we're trying to make fans in India 1.3 billion. So freaking bad. It's so dumb. Jinder Mahal over Rusev has to be one of the dumbest decisions anybody has made. I honestly believe right now that if Rusev was to leave, his career would be so much better wherever he went. I love Rusev, and I hope WWE realizes what they have and don't release him. I'm very scared that by 2018, he won't be here no more. I don't think they care if Rusev leaves, and he's a great talent. It's dumb. But I love Rusev, man. I love this guy. Quite frankly, he deserves a lot better than what he's getting. All right, so I already spoiled the next award by accident. The next award is Worst Babyface Who Should Turn Heel in 2018. Roman Reigns again. WWE is so hell-bent on Roman Reigns being a babyface. Don't expect him to turn him heel. He should. He should, by all means, be a heel. But he's not going to be. And they will fight you tooth and nail on logic. Not even using logic. They will fight you, period, to keep him a babyface. But these two that I have picked to win the award deserve it more than him, honestly. I already spoiled one of them, Sasha Banks. But what I didn't spoil was the fact that 2 people won this award. 2 people are going to get worst babyfaces who should turn heel. Who can guess what the other person is? You know what? I'm going to the live chat. Live chat right now. Tell me who you think is all babyface who should turn heel. No, it's not Jason Jordan. That is a good guess. Really close to getting that award, too. Didn't. That's a good guess because he is turning heel. Randy Orton. Another good guess. Shoot. Randy Orton himself said, I need to turn heel now because I suck as a baby. Randy Orton himself said he sucks as a babyface. He's telling the WWE he sucks as a babyface. Come on now. Yes. Bobby Roode. Another good guess. Why the hell is Bobby Roode a babyface? He might have to be on here too. Bobby Roode, freaking Randy Orton, those 2 definitely need to turn heel immediately, but not as much as this guy. The one who definitely needs to turn heel for me is Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose and Sasha Banks are in desperate need of an alignment change. Sasha this year has been the blandest she's been since FCW. And if you don't believe me, she'll tell you that. She did she did a podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin. She said the exact same thing. She said, I feel like I've been extremely bland here in 2017. And she's right. She has been bland. Nothing's happened with her. She won the women's championship and then lost it to Alexa Bliss in 2 weeks. That's it. That's it. She's done nothing. Her character has gotten no development, no direction. She's not that bossy, arrogant heel she was on NXT. She wasn't. She hasn't been for a long time. And I don't understand why WWE won't bring that character. Why? Because probably he'll get more than Roman Reigns, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Sasha Banks, in my opinion, has every essential, every talent, every tool, every skill, every check on the list to be one of the best female wrestlers today or in a long time. And she can't be that because WWE won't give her the character to get over. And I keep arguing the exact same thing for Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose as a babyface is dead. I don't even understand why he's still a babyface. The only thing that's keeping him a babyface is this Shield run. His run with the Shield is what's keeping people invested. It's what's making people care about him. But the Shield eventually has to split up again. And to me, when the Shield splits up, Ambrose needs to go heel immediately. Matter of fact, Ambrose needs to be the reason why the Shield splits up. Because right now, Ambrose and the Shield is cool, but it will get boring over time. He needs to turn heel. He needs a heel turn. Bring back Jon Moxley. I need to see that man come in and wreck shop. Because if they bring in Jon Moxley, if they let Dean Ambrose start cutting promos as Jon Moxley or Jon Moxley style, it's over. It's his company. It will be his promotion. And you can do Dean Ambrose versus woken Matt Hardy. Oh, crazy Dean Ambrose versus woken Matt Hardy. Let's go. Let's go. Man, that would be so awesome, man. And that feud by itself could just be the one thing that would make me watch WWE more often again. Because I'm gonna be real with you, a lot of things that they're doing nowadays has kind of turned me off. But I think that would be one of the feuds that will, like, you know what, this might suck, but I'm tuning in to see this. I'm tuning in to see Ambrose versus Matt Hardy. If Hardy turns heel, by the way. And those of you who don't know anything about Dean Ambrose as Jon Moxley, do yourself a favor, YouTube it. Jon Moxley. That is Jon, Jon Moxley, Moxley. I promise you, watch one of his promos, and you will go, why is he not doing this in WWE? I promise you. I promise you. And yeah, even a feud between heel Dean Ambrose and face Seth Rollins would be great. I'm like, just think about all the crazy stuff he could be doing right now. But we're not, because he's a babyface. He's a babyface. Whatever. But yeah, Sasha Banks and Dean Ambrose need to go ahead and turn heel immediately. Oh, God. Worst feud of the year. Oh my God, this feud. Yes, we've had a lot of bad feuds. Bayley and Alexa Bliss. So bad. So bad. Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura. So bad. It's so bad. I'm trying to think. What other bad feuds have we had? Taker and Roman Reigns, I wouldn't count as a bad feud. Their match was bad. The build-up was all right. It wasn't terrible. Randy Orton and Jinder. Oh my God. That feud was bad. Anything with Jinder this year has been awful. Kalisto and Enzo Amore. I don't hate that feud. One, because I haven't seen a lot of their stuff. It wasn't terrible. Corbin and Nakamura was kind of bad. That was pretty pretty worthless. Who? Oh, the Good Brothers. Oh, that's the club. Yeah, the club and the New Day. Yeah, I don't even remember that. Quite frankly, I don't even remember that feud. I think fan versus creative. Yeah, that works. Kane versus Strowman. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The only reason why that's not getting worse feud of the year is because it's not going to finish here in 2017. It's going to go into 2018. If that feud would have happened earlier this year, I would easily give that worst feud of the year. I don't care what anybody says. Screw that feud. Screw Strowman versus Kane. It's dumb. It's dumb. Cena versus Roman Reigns wasn't a bad feud. No, it wasn't. Cena versus Roman Reigns was not a bad feud. Their match was decent. It wasn't horrible. And the promos didn't live up to the match. I agree with you on that. But for the most part, their promos are great. The match was decent. It wasn't great. It was decent. So regardless, I don't consider it the worst thing this year. I just think fans hate it because it's Roman Reigns and John Cena, honestly. No. But fans, understand me when I say this. This feud that I chose to be worst feud of the year will go down in history as one of the worst ever. I just got to show you. You know what? I'm just going to show you the picture. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here's the winner. Are you shocked? Are you surprised? You shouldn't. Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. Easily one of the worst feuds this year. It killed Finn Balor's momentum. And it really made me consider Bray Wyatt leaving the WWE. He might just need to leave. He's like Dolph Ziggler at this point. Dolph Ziggler, if he doesn't leave, his career's going to die. He's going to be a nobody. Nobody's going to want to work with him. He needs to leave so he can maintain who he is because he's losing too much. Bray Wyatt loses so much. It's gotten laughable at this point. I don't even care about his promos. That's just for Bray Wyatt. This feud, first off, has no purpose to it. It did nothing for any one of them. They've had so many matches. How many matches did they have? One on Raw, SummerSlam. Then they did one at No Mercy. I think they did another one on Raw, if I'm not mistaken. They were going to do one at TLC. This one, Demon versus Sister Abigail. Oh my God. I am so happy. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I am so happy Bray Wyatt got sick. I hate to be that guy to say I'm happy this guy got sick, but Bray Wyatt getting sick saved his career and saved us from what could have been one of the worst matches in our entire lives as wrestling fans. I love what Jake said. One of the fans in the live chat, Jake said, that picture might make me spit out my dinner. Yeah, it's not a great sight. I'll be real with you. It's kind of disgusting. Yuck. Yeah, but the Mumps saved Bray Wyatt. They did. They saved him. I cannot believe how bad this was done. The promos, the matches, everything surrounding it, the longevity of it. It went so long and nobody came out looking strong. Nobody came out looking strong because neither one of them looked strong to begin with. And then after Finn Balor beats Bray Wyatt, 3 times? Then Bray Wyatt can't even finish a feud because he got the mumps. And then Finn Balor fights AJ Styles in a really good match and then loses to Kane. So nothing came out of this. It's one of the worst feuds in 2017 probably ever. I don't even want to think about that. And oh my God, guys, imagine if this match happened. Imagine if this match actually took place. Where would this be? Would this be the worst feud in WWE history? Probably, because they were gonna hit a big wall with this feud, and I'm actually kind of happy Bray Wyatt got the mumps for his sake. I'm going to the live chat. Live chat, talk to me. Talk to me. How you feel about this feud? Jake says Finn needs to leave and go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah. He might need to. Might need to go back. They're not going to book him strong anyways. They might after Brock Lesnar loses, but whatever. Jack Southall says Wyatt would be sick in Lucha Underground. Oh my God, he'd be great in Lucha Underground. Oh, super chat. We got a super chat from Eric Gonzalez. They were going to have Bray Wyatt lose to Justin Bieber at SummerSlam 2013. Yeah, I heard about that, actually. I remember that. That's not true. That was not going to happen. I don't think it was going to happen. I refuse to believe it was going to happen, but thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. Very, very appreciate it. They might do the feud again. No, James, they better not do this feud again. Unbelievable. Do you think Finn is just an entrance? No, I don't think Finn is just an entrance. I think he is the product of his booking, which means he is just an entrance. But in terms of the actual talent, no, he's more than that. He's capable of so much more if they let him be. They got to give him a character. Do I like Texans and Raiders? Look, this is not something I wear because I'm a fan of the Oakland Raiders. I'm a fan of the Texans. I just happened to see this jersey in my closet, and now I'm wearing it. So there you go. Let's see. Randy Orton, Sasha Banks, Dean Ambrose, Bobby Roode all need to turn heel now. Yeah, they do. They need to all become members of the dark side. Let's see here. Pumpkin Demon versus Drag Wyatt. I'm so happy that match didn't happen. Oh my God, it's so bad. Can I move on? I think we've said enough about this because this is bad. What's next? Oh God. Now we're getting into the worst of the worst. Fine, let's get this over with. This is the last three categories. Let's talk about the worst match of the year. We've had a ton of horrible matches. Oh, I can be here all day talking about the terrible matches. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley at Extreme Rules. I will continue to mention it. It's one of the worst matches I've seen. It killed Bayley's career. It killed it. But we've seen other horrible matches on here. All the Jinder Mahal matches with Nakamura were horrible. Let's see. Help me out, guys. Help me out. Yeah, they're saying the same thing. Bliss and Bayley. All the Nakamura and Mahal matches. House of Horrors was bad. Absolutely. Rusev versus John Cena's flag match. Yeah. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 33. Hell yeah, that was horrible. Embarrassingly bad. Yes, Undertaker versus Roman Reigns was actually a bad match too. Guitar on the pole, I haven't seen that. And I'm not going to see it. You cannot make me go see that. You can't make me. You can't make me. Orton versus Rusev. That actually happened. Yeah, and he lost in 10 seconds. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, that match. All right, sure. Goldberg versus KO? Oh, yeah, that happened at Fastlane. I don't count that. That was supposed to be what it was. It did its job. Yeah, I won't waste my time on Guitar on a pole. I'm not gonna go back and watch that. It was bad. So many bad matches. And the sad part is it all happened in WWE. I mean, I'm pretty sure there were tons of other horrible matches in TNA, Impact Wrestling, GFW, Global Force Impact. I don't know what else you want to call it. Total Nonstop Global. Regardless, to me, you can name all the horrible matches you can come up with. The match that will go down as the absolute worst match in WWE, not just WWE, but wrestling period for 2017, once again involves the modern day Maharaja and Randy Orton, who actually Randy Orton has had so many bad matches this year. This just seems to be this is the worst one he's had. The worst match is the main event of Battleground 2017. Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. The Punjabi prison match. This is just depressing. This is one of those matches when it was first announced. When it was first announced, we all knew it was going to be bad. We all saw it coming. We're thinking, oh, God, that's going to be bad. First off, name one good Punjabi prison match that you've seen. Don't worry, I'll wait. Still waiting. What was that? Yeah, there hasn't been one. Because there aren't good Punjabi prison matches. They're not meant to be good. They can't be good. One, because you can't see through the goddamn thing unless you're watching it at home. When you're watching it live, people can't even see what's happening. They can't see what's happening. And then the structure of the match sucks. You have to climb over 3 Punjabi cages? I don't think you win by pinfall or submission. I don't even remember the rules of the match. But you have to do all this crazy stuff to win. It made no sense. You get to go outside of a door when the time limit goes off. I don't know. It's so bad. It was so horrible. And then to cap it all off with Jinder Mahal, you had the great Khali coming out to help him win. This match brought back the great Khali. The match that is one of the worst matches in WWE this year brought back the great Khali. And I am so sorry that I brought this back up. Because a lot of people have forgotten all about this match. I'm looking at the live chat right now. They are mad at me. They are mad at me because why would you bring this back up? Because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a horrible match. Yeah, I agree. WWE should not do another Punjabi prison match ever. I agree with you, Ultra Shadow. I agree. They should not. At all. Jack Southall, there is no such thing as a good Punjabi prison match. See, we all know about this. We knew the match was going to suck, and it still happened. And all it did was just make us realize how horrible of a champion, how horrible of a run Jinder Mahal is having right now. So this is it. This was the point where fans realized, yeah, Mahal should not be holding that belt. This is not going to be good. So yeah, that easily one of the worst matches of all time, especially this year, the worst match in history. All right. Oh, worst female wrestler of the year. You know what? Live chat. We've seen a lot of poorly booked female wrestlers, terrible wrestlers that are female, that happen to be female. I'm very curious. Who did you guys pick? Who do you guys think won this award? I'm beyond curious because I'm pretty sure I'm going to see Alicia Fox. I'm going to see Dana Brooke. I'm going to see Bayley. I'm going to see Sasha. I'm going to see Tamina. I'm going to see Lana. Guarantee you I'll see Lana. And I guarantee you none of you will get it. I think someone will get it. Someone who is a hardcore wrestling fan like me will get it. Some of you won't. Eva Marie. Wait. I thought she was fired. Well, she still had a job. Right? I love you guys. Eva Marie. Nia Jax. Nobody's going to get it. Nobody's getting it. Oh, man. Okay. Nobody's get. Oh, come on, guys. Emma. Oh, come on. Nobody's getting it. Okay, there we go. Finally. Oh, thank you. Finally, you're waking up. We're starting. There you go. Now live chat is getting it. Now you have to think about it for a minute. You had to think about it. So it's one thing if you're booked poorly, like Bayley, Sasha Banks. It's one thing if you suck inside the ring. You're not ready. You don't have the talent. Tamina, Lana, Dana Brooke. It's another thing when you were given good booking, when you were given a good character, and you are pretty solid inside the ring, but then you use your ability to do horrible acts. You use your ability to take advantage of people inside the ring. You use your ability to hurt people who trust you with their bodies. To me, when this woman did what she did to Rosemary, it just solidified it for me. There was nobody else worthy enough of this award except for this woman, and I hope I never see her again inside a wrestling ring. The worst female wrestler of the year is Sexy Star. Sexy Star got this award the moment she tried to break Rosemary's arm. And look, we all know the story. I think this happened in a AAA event. I think it was Triple Mania. It was either Triple Mania or some AAA event. She was in a tag match against Rosemary. And there was another woman in the match that was starting crap with Sexy Star. Sexy Star got angry at that woman and then took her anger out on Rosemary. And at the end of the match, she had her in an arm breaker and she tried to break her arm. Break her arm. Everybody saw it. Rightfully so. The wrestling business and wrestling fans hopped on her ass real quick. Embarrassed her. Tore her down. She deserved it. You don't do that. When people trust you with their bodies, when people trust you to tell a good story, to do all this kind of stuff, and you have that trust and you break it, you don't deserve to be here no more. Sexy Star, I hope she's gone. Lucha Underground, I better not see her next season. I get that she has a storyline. You gotta find another way to wrap. You gotta find another way to wrap that up. We got to. I don't want to see this woman again, especially after Rosemary called her out and she was going to make an apology. She didn't even apologize. Sexy Star was all like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what happened. Something happened to me. I'm sorry." And then after that, then she starts talking about how, oh, Rosemary's not really hurt. She didn't get hurt. She's just faking to get attention. She's just being a big baby. Screw you. Seriously, screw Sexy Star. Screw this woman. Get her the hell out of the business. I hope she's gone. And I see a lot of people saying this. I didn't like what Sexy Star did to Rosemary, but I'm still a fan of hers. If you want to be a fan of hers, go for it. But no. I think Sexy Star, in my opinion, should just not be here no more. Once you do something like that, you need to go. You need to go. You should be banned from the business for life. Once you get to a point where you're hurting people for real because of some personal vendetta, you shouldn't be wrestling no more. We can't trust you. You have issues. That's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts. Very unprofessional. I really don't think Sexy Star should ever be seen inside wrestling again. I can forgive Daniel Brooks for being as bad as she is because she got brought up way too soon anyways. I can forgive Tamina, although there's not much of an excuse for her to suck how bad. There's not much of an excuse to be as bad as she is. Lana, she's new. She's gonna suck because she's new. That's how it is. Sexy Star did something horrible and therefore gets my worst wrestler, female wrestler of the year. Without question. Last award, the final award, if I'm not mistaken. Let me be sure. I think that's it. Show of the year, promo is promotion. Yeah, feud of the year. This is the last award. Worst wrestler of the year. Absolute worst. When you think about the wrestler that made you hate wrestling, the wrestler that made you not tune into wrestling, the wrestler that actually took away your fandom. You hated him so much. He did such a poor job as a performer. Whether it's his fault or not, what he was doing was so bad. Inside the ring, outside the ring, whatever he was involved in, it made you not care. It made you go away. It turned fans off from wrestling. There are two people that I think fit this category. One of them won the award. But before I get to that, I'm going to the live chat. Live chat, tell me, who is your worst wrestler of the year? Enzo Amore. Enzo was awesome on the microphone. Enzo has always been great on the microphone. Inside the ring, yeah, he sucked. He got better. He did get better. I'm not going to say he's the worst. Nah, he's not the worst wrestler of the year. He's not. He's actually doing a really good job as a heel in the cruiserweight division, so I'm not going to give it to Enzo. Roman Reigns, of course, you're going to say Roman Reigns. Of course. Look, Roman still needs work. He still needs to find his character, but he has improved. So I'm not going to give him the award at all. Big Cass needs lots of improvement. But no, he's not the worst wrestler of the year. Kane, if he had came in earlier this year, probably would get it. But he came in at the last half, so I'm not giving it to him. Jason Jordan, horrible on the microphone, awesome inside the ring. No. Taker, had one match. Doesn't account, well, two. Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Doesn't make him the worst wrestler of the year. LeVar Ball. Now we're just saying people. Goldberg. We all know who the worst wrestler is. It has to be him. I think this once and for all goes to show us that this man should never, ever be a WWE champion again. The worst wrestler of the year was, at one point, Bray Wyatt. It was. He did zero this year. I feel like they gave him the championship, and then he just died. All his matches were bad. From that point forward, he had a ton of bad matches, and people just stopped caring about him. I actually thought about giving this award to Randy Orton, too. Randy Orton has had the most horrible matches this year out of any year he's been in. He's had a lot of bad matches in his career, but this year alone, in 2017, he's had more bad matches than he's ever had. Ever had. But Orton and Wyatt didn't get it. We all know who got it. Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal gets my award for worst wrestler of the year. Because WWE pushed him way too hard, way too fast, gave him a gimmick that he was not ready for, put him in a position that he was not ready for. And at the end of the day, what did it accomplish? It made fans tune out. Fans stopped showing up to the SmackDown shows. They couldn't pack out the arenas anymore. People stopped watching SmackDown. He killed interest in the shows as champion. And his matches, you had a bad match with Nakamura. You have a bad match with Randy Orton. Bad matches with Nakamura and Randy Orton. You have forgettable segments, horrible segments, mocking Nakamura. The only good match you have is with AJ Styles, and that's because it's AJ Styles. And before then, you were losing most of your matches. He was a jobber. Jobber, champion, and then you do a horrible job as champion. You can't even sell out India. You couldn't even sell out India. What was going on? What was going on? Nick, worst promotion of the year was Impact Wrestling. I already talked about that. Worst show of the year already happened. If you're watching this later on, you have to go back and watch it. I talked about all those categories before. Honestly, Jinder Mahal, in hindsight, should have never, ever gotten a shot at this championship. He should have never won it. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. And even after he lost it, I still feel like, yeah, you have a character. Yeah, you've gotten better, but you're still not ready. He's not ready. And everything they've done with him has killed interest in the product. It has. And in my opinion, that makes him the worst wrestler of the year. Without question, Jinder Mahal is a prime example of why we should not push people too soon without a character, without a direction, and after you haven't established them. We gave it a shot. The Jinder Mahal experiment did not work, and you killed the interest of SmackDown as a result. And because of that, I can't see how anybody wouldn't call him the worst wrestler of the year. He is. He is. He's the worst champion and the worst wrestler. Congratulations, WWE. You didn't make a star. You made an embarrassment. And I feel bad for the performer. I feel bad for Jinder. I do. I do. But it does say something when your only good match you have is with AJ Styles and everything else sucks. Simple as that. So I'm not changing my mind. The worst wrestler of this year is it's Jinder Mahal. The worst wrestler of 2017 has to be the modern day Maharaja. Or the modern day fail Maharaja. But yeah. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into my live broadcast. Let's end it with the live chat here. Live chat. Give me your thoughts. Do you agree with the actual winners of the awards? And if you don't, who would you swap out? Very curious if you would swap out a few wrestlers for the ones I chose. So if you agree with them, let me know. If you don't, what wrestler would you give an award to that you didn't agree with? So let's go to the live chat here. Let's see what they're saying. Okay. Bradley Xavier says Brock Lesnar is the worst champion in 2017 because he doesn't wrestle a lot. I don't agree with that. I disagree with that a lot. I think Brock wrestled a lot this year. Rumble, Goldberg at Mania, Joe at Great Balls of Fire. He was at SummerSlam. He was at a freaking No Mercy against Braun Strowman. Then he wrestled AJ Styles. Nah, I can't give it to Brock. I don't agree with that at all. Let's see here. Everybody agrees. Isaiah agrees 100%. Goldberg was the worst champion. I don't think he was. Yeah, he was a champion for a month, but that doesn't mean he was the worst champion. Worst commentator. Yeah, I would give that one to Booker T. Absolutely, Booker T becomes worst commentator. It's bad. Okay, we got a lot of people agreeing. Marcus Johnson. Is it Marquise or Marcus? I'm going to go with Marcus. Marcus Johnson says Taker and Reigns is the worst match of the year. And Orton and Jinder is close second. Yeah. That's a... You can have that opinion, man. I don't know. I can't... I hate what they did with Reigns and Taker at WrestleMania, but I can't say that's worse than Mahal and Orton in that Punjabi prison. That was just awful. Let's see. Drop D Unchained says, I would take back Charlotte, Kevin Owens, Rusev, Mahal, and Zayn for Alexa Bliss, The Miz, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Cruz, and Kalisto when they do the SmackDown shakeup next year. The shakeup. WWE shakeup. Who knows? Worst return of the year? I guess the Great Khali. I guess. Honestly, that would be it. A couple more. Let me see. What else we got? I don't see them going anywhere with Asuka. Look, Ace, I personally hope you're wrong because if they screw up Asuka, they're idiots for sure. Sasha Khan says, I thought Bliss versus Bayley was the worst mainly because of misspelling there, because of the character assassination he did to Bayley. That's a good argument. I'm personally fine with Bayley versus Alexa Bliss being the worst feud because of that. SmackDown should have never gotten the shake-up because they were still gold. Yeah, I agree, but they did. Do you guys see Carmella cashing in on Asuka? No, she should cash in very soon, though, because she's held that briefcase for a while. Remember the time, 92. Biggest mistake of 2017 was making Road Dogg the new writer of SmackDown. Absolutely. He doesn't know what he's doing. And the fact that he's still there really shows me they don't care. They don't care how bad the product gets. They don't care. Otherwise, he'd be gone. And I love what Ultra Shadow is saying here. He's saying if the shakeup never happened, we wouldn't have gotten Jinder Mahal because he'd still be on Raw. You are so freaking right. You have no idea how right you are. Screw Jinder Mahal. The worst release of the year is Emma. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see here. Oh, they're having a debate. They're saying it's Jimmy Jacobs and Emma are the worst two releases of the year. Have fun with that. All right, one more. And then I gotta get out of here. They better not give Asuka a loss yet. I agree, Ace. They shouldn't. I hope they go back to Ryan Ward for next year. Isaiah, we can hope. We can hope, buddy. Don't see it happening. Don't see it happening. They're talking about who got blocked by Road Dogg. Who got blocked by Road Dogg? I'm very curious. Who here in the live chat got blocked? By the way, I got blocked by Road Dogg. He blocked the hell out of me quickly, and I don't care. Screw him. He sucks. But who here got blocked by Road Dogg? I'm very curious. Let's see here. Isaiah didn't. Tyler got blocked. Yadre got blocked. Drop D got blocked. Brendan Ryan says best YouTuber of the year is Deluxe, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. James H got blocked. Okay. Bradley Xavier did not get blocked because he doesn't talk to him. Slasher Khan didn't, or I'm not too sure with Don. Okay, he's changing it up. He made a mistake. Ultra Shadow. I tweeted my displeasure about Battleground and he blocked me. Let's see here. Okay, Slasher Khan doesn't have Twitter, so you can't be blocked. Call me nuts, but Paul Heyman is better than Road Dogg as SmackDown head writer. Who's better than Paul Heyman as a head writer, period? I guess Paul Heyman. He ran ECW. ECW is what inspired the Attitude Era. Yeah, he's a better writer. I don't even know why he's not the writer. Heyman's not doing anything. He probably wouldn't want it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very negative broadcast because next week, nothing but positivity. Nothing but positivity. Top 10 and then the award show next weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Check out everything down below in the description box. And I will catch you all next time right here in your boy, the X-Men's World. Tune in to Sunday's review on Clash of Champions and whatever else comes after that. You guys have a Merry Christmas. I'm out. Peace.